Okay, so I was asked to make my Christmas pimento cheese recipe on an Instagram live. And I don't really do Instagram lives, but you know, we'll have to branch out and do stuff. So anyway, I'm Liza, I'm the founder of Style Blueprint, and I'm gonna be making my Christmas pimento cheese. You can see this is the finished product. I make this and give it to a lot of my friends for the holidays, and it's delicious. So I think I can make the whole thing in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna show you what to do. So I started off, I grated this myself. You do wanna grate your cheddar cheese. I mean, you can buy the shredded stuff, but it's just not nearly as good. So take the 8-ounce blocks. This is 24 ounces of the Tillamook sharp cheddar cheese. I already grated it. Now, what I'm gonna do to add to this, and it might kind of gross some people out because probably you think Velveeta cheese disgusting. Well, I happen to love Velveeta cheese. I'm a child of the 70s, but it's really good, and you can like make it super creamy and you add it to your pimento cheese and it's delicious. So with this 24 ounces of shredded cheddar, I'm going to add 8 ounces of Velveeta, 8 ounces, which is 1 block of Philadelphia cream cheese. I'm going to spread that together, put it in here. I'm going to show this to you, so don't worry. I'm going to do 5 tablespoons of Duke's mayonnaise, a tablespoon of this yummy jalapeno Tabasco. I'm going to do 1 jalapeno, 1 green onion, some pecans, some pimentos, and then we're going to try it, okay? So bear with me, like maybe 10 minutes, and we'll make it work. Okay, so I'm gonna adjust this so you can kind of see down here on my cutting board. So I have, at room temperature, I have this cream cheese, and I'm gonna cut it into these little blocks. And I usually just aim to have 8 little blocks. So it's like, 1 ounce of cream cheese per little square. And then I distribute it around the cutting board, because then I'm going to take this Velveeta right here and I'm going to cut it into 8 pieces, and I'm going to pair 1 cream cheese and 1 Velveeta up with each one here, okay? And then this one. And when you buy Velveeta, you can buy like the 32 ounce, the big one. And so you just cut it in half and then cut it in half again, right? So 16 to 8. And you'll probably want to make lots of these recipes once you learn how easy it is. It's just such a good gift to give to your friends. Because everyone's like baking all this like yummy sweet stuff, which is fine. Sweets are delicious. Who doesn't want sweets? But this is like a yummy savory. And you'll see why I call it Christmas Pimento Cheese. When we put it together, because it has like red and green and the pecans. It's just so yummy. Okay, so here, do you see how this is just with a fork? I'm just taking the cream cheese and the Velveeta. And because it's room temperature, it spreads really easily and mixes together. If this were like straight out of the refrigerator, it definitely would take a lot more muscle work to get this done, and wouldn't, it's just like, not nearly as satisfying if it's straight from the refrigerator. So just, when you're thinking about making it, just like an hour before, take it out and just, for the cream cheese, like take it out of the cardboard. So it's just like in the foil, and just let it sit there. I mean, it can stay out for a pretty good long time. And then Velveeta, once you open it, of course it has to go in the refrigerator, but it is a shelf-stable product before you open it up. So if it's a new block of Velveeta, you can just get it from your pantry. Okay, you can start to see that I'm getting like this mound here, and it's all getting all mixed up together. And then you just take it and just keep mashing it together until it kind of starts to become just a light yellow. And this is going to be some of the mixture that you're going to mix into that 24 ounces of shredded cheddar cheese. Did we talk about why you shred your cheddar cheese and you don't buy it already shredded? Because when you buy it shredded, and it's funny to say when I'm also talking about using a shelf-stable cheese at the same time, so maybe a bit of hypocrisy here, but the shredded cheese has you know, some stuff around it in order to make it not stick to each other. So it's kind of gross, but at the same time, it also doesn't taste as good. Where I will tell you that the Velveeta tastes great in here. Velveeta is also really good, just an FYI, for your cheesy grits. Like really, really good for cheesy grits. Okay, so this is about done. So I'm gonna take this bowl, again, 24 ounces that I shredded myself of the cheddar cheese. I'm gonna wipe my fingers off, hold on. Just a paper towel. Okay, so I'm gonna take all of this and I'm gonna put it in this bowl, okay? So you just scrape it all off, put it in this bowl. Okay, then what am I gonna do? I'm gonna add to this, I already measured it out, but it's 5 tablespoons of Duke's mayonnaise. I did a half a teaspoon of black pepper, and then I did 1 tablespoon of this jalapeno hot sauce. You can add more of the jalapeno hot sauce if you would like. But I also am about to add some fresh jalapenos to it as well. So then this, which I already chopped up as well, is 1 jalapeno de-seeded, and then it's 1 green onion chopped up. And that makes about 1/3 of a cup. You're gonna add that, which gives it this nice green, because then you're gonna add a 7-ounce jar of pimentos. And to open it, I just always bang it on the countertop. I don't know if you do that too, but when you do that, let's see. There, it just opens right up. So I'm gonna dump all that in, and you can start to see how that's like the red and the green, which is why I call it my Christmas pimento cheese. And then a full cup of chopped pecans. No one said this was a low-fat dish. Okay, so you're gonna take this, dump it in there, and that's it. Then you're just gonna stir it together, okay? So then, hold on, put this over here, and then you can see, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna start stirring this all together. Like this. And it is really pretty. I like nuts, you know, any time of the year, but I definitely think of kind of like nuts in a dish as like kind of holiday-ish anyway. And so, and this has that fresh jalapeno. Now here's the thing about jalapenos, which you'll know. Some of them are super spicy and some just kind of aren't spicy. So you kind of never know batch to batch what you're gonna get. Now, if you look on Style Blueprint, this is under our, we do have this recipe. It's called like the best pimento cheese recipe ever. Something super creative like that. And it does not though include the pecans, the green onion, and jalapeno. So I'll just write all this up and I'll get it up on Style Blueprint, you know, hopefully for tomorrow. That'd be pretty awesome if I could do that. Maybe, definitely by Wednesday. Why don't we say that? Definitely by Wednesday, and I'll get it on our Instagram hopefully tomorrow as well. But this is that basic recipe, and then I doubled it. And when you double it, that's when you add the full jalapeno and the full 1 green onion. Okay, so this is almost combined. And you know, you can take your hands, take like nice clean hands, and also, you know, just get in there and combine this as well. But this is about done. All right, I wanna show you what this looks like. So, this, up close. Here you go. See how that, let's see, does that, yeah, there you go. See how like you have the red and the green and the pecans there? They look so good. Okay, so now we have to try it, right? Now I will tell you this, it's kind of like soup in that it will taste better the next day than it does immediately, but it still tastes like really great immediately. But sometimes if you think, I love like blue corn tortilla chips with it. But sometimes if you think that it's not spicy enough, it really the next day will be. Okay, I'm gonna take like this little tiny chip. Here. I think you're going to appreciate my cheese to chip ratio. Okay, so again, there we have it. Let's see, is that focus gonna happen for me? There it goes. Let's see. It's so good. It's always so good. It's just so stinking good. Okay, and then here, let's see. And how much does this make? Okay, so I get these 12-ounce containers, and it's gonna make 4.5 of these. Just like always on the dot, it makes 4.5 of these. So you could see how quick that was to make. I mean, I don't know on this live if it shows you how long I've been talking. I don't know. But take this, and I mean, you can make maybe 1 or 2 recipes each evening over the course of a week. If you made 2, that's 9. You know, I mean, you have 50 friends you want to make this for. But you see what I mean. Like, it's one of those that you can just make a little bit each night and then go distribute it. Put it in the refrigerator, bring it around to your friends, and they will love you for it. So, thanks for joining me on my first recipe live on Style Blueprint. And now I'm going to have to figure out how to turn this off.